The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. We Talk Wrestling. For the one stop you need for the most intriguing stories and headlines, and info on independent shows in multiple regions, We Talk Wrestling has you covered. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro Wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the Night Owl, DJ Big Sexy, Luke Roberts, The Alpha, Jay Wade, Nightmare Jones, and many others as they bring you the hottest takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and the only place to get news on the most popular fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Catch them every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. Find all of their media outlets on their website at WrestleTalkPodcast.com.
Before each and every show, we like to remind our audience that freedom is never free, and all of us should be grateful to those who lay it all on the line. To all our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation every day, we love you and appreciate the sacrifices you make to protect all of us.
Get ready for episode number 113 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast as we welcome one of the well-traveled, craftiest in-ring performers doing whatever it takes to get the gold, the belt collector, Jason Dugan. This podcast is scheduled for one episode where Falls Count Everywhere. It's hot outside, but we're keeping it cool here with you right now. That's right, everybody. It is the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. We're glad that you are joining us here with us live as we are underway with episode number 113, where very soon the belt collector Jason Dugan will be joining us here as our future guest here for the evening. I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby here on the left, of course, to the right, as always, the Gem City Mouse, Zmiz. See, we're not exactly shirt twins, but we've got at least black shirts with white print. So
yeah,
there you go.
I got my dude, good old Heath Slater on.
All I can say about both of our shirts too, true story. The man, the myth, the legend.
And I got kids.
Facts. Oh my goodness. Speaking of facts, man, what a crazy night. If you're around the St. Louis area last night, there was some crazy history being made, and I'm going to let everybody in on that. First off, let's talk about this real quick. This is War, who has now become the two-time IEW heavyweight champion, defeating Akbar. You were there live, of course, in commentary.
Yes, I was, and I mean, I'm not thrilled with it, but whatever. War's back, and he's stronger than ever. I mean, I do got to give it credit to him, and I'm gonna mad props. The two put on a hell of a show. Like, it was actually real. Like, I enjoyed calling that match, really did. Akbar and War definitely put on a banger for the fans that was in attendance. And we had a packed house, man. We had to pull out more chairs.
There you go. And I know, and I saw the venue via pictures on the chairs already out there before people came in. So you guys had to pull out more chairs, and that's always good. More people want to see the show. And what about this? Last night over in Belleville, Illinois. That's right, for the Belleville Little Devils fundraiser.
Yes!
Their coach, the one and only Belleville's own Bobby D, regaining the SICW Central States title in a steel cage. And that's kind of a faraway shot, but both of these guys got bloodied up pretty bad in the cage last night. And, so now this was a banger from what I heard last night. And, man, I'll tell you, so congratulations to Bobby D, winning back the Central States title. Having that title twice, it has got to be nice, and especially against a guy who's been kind of ripping him off for so long, being Sean Vincent.
That dirty Canadian.
The dirty Canadian.
I do want to point this out too. I love Bobby D. I love Bobby D. But Dundee had to run away from his match last night because of Herman, his pet friend. I won't say a rock because it's his child, but he got poked in the eye by Shogun Ninja himself. So it was terrible. But Bobby D, like, thank God, 2-time. Your boy called it that he'd be a 2-time Brody Cup winner, and now he gets back his Central State title. I'm so proud. So proud of Bobby D. So proud of Bobby D.
Yeah. So like you said, it was a bingo of a night here. And good evening to everybody here. Hopefully, one of those good evening, gentlemen, greetings is from Mr. Herb Simmons. He's also who else watches on a regular basis here, and hopefully everything is okay. Out in St. Clair County over in Illinois, there was a 5-alarm fire for what I believe that was erupted here tonight. And in this heat is not easy, and like I say, praying for all the workers and everybody else involved in the emergency field having to tame that fire. That is not cool. In in the literal sense, being in this heat and then being in this fire, dude. It is still 90. Hey, DJ Big Sexy here in the house, man. Good to see you, man. Dude, it is 90 degrees here. Come on. It's after 9 o'clock. Dude, I did not sign up to live in Arizona, man. I visited there, but I didn't sign up to live here. And apparently it's going to get hotter this week. Last week was nice, brother. I drove with the windows down during the day last week. It felt so good.
Day last week.
God,
like that.
In the upper 60s, low 70s, windows down, didn't even care, and just nothing but the breeze going through the car, man. And it was nice. Yeah. Everybody's mocking Sean Vincent. They were like, what's Bart? If you've not seen Sean Vincent's latest gear, he's in all purple. That's why. Yes, exactly. This weather definitely freaking sucks. That's
weather took a heel turn on us.
Yeah. But also, I want to send a quick get well. I know it's going to take about a few days to kind of bounce back from, but from what I saw from pictures last night, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who was at Belleville last night, but apparently the Big Texan took a fireball from Stephen E. and Peyton Ayers last night in their match. And,
really?
Dude, to be out in this heat and then take a fireball, dude, it's nobody wants to play with fire unless if you're trying to maim your opponent, apparently. So, I mean, I faced the Big Texan. Me and Texan have a rivalry, competitive rivalry in the ring. Excuse me.
Get it out. It's okay.
Hey, yeah, I know. We have our moments, brother. You know that. But no, I mean, but to maim somebody and to cost somebody their freaking sight outside of the ring, it's a little dirty, man. You got to play dirty another way. That was just flat out criminal. But anyway, I digress from that. We're going to get into our opening topics here in just a moment. Yes, sir.
Can I bring up one more thing about Illinois Elite Wrestling?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to also big shout out because we had 2 title changes last night.
Oh, yes, I heard about this one too. Yes, go ahead.
Shrapnel and Jody Ultra once again threw down a spectacular match, and Jody Ultra did get the pin cover to become our new Midwest champion for Illinois Elite Wrestling. So big congratulations to him. And he also turned down Doug, which I don't think is a good thing, but whatever. That's his choice. I still like him. So,
well, I mean, for someone who likes meatloaf and he doesn't, I mean, no one's going to get along. So,
right. You're terrible.
I know. I'm gonna hear about it too, but I don't care. But as we before you get into this, I'm seeing all the chat here. I'm just looking through everything here. Oh yeah. Josh from I-7, the I-70 hot tag apparently was making some comments here earlier. Hopefully he's still watching, and And I-70 Hot Tag, of course, is on Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Central every week. So make sure you're catching hold of them. Of course, our buddies here, the Wrestle Talk podcast, with DJ Big Sexy in here. You can see them every Tuesday night starting at 7 p.m. Central here. So, and a big gang at the Wrestle Talk family. And so, yeah, hopefully we'll get our, I wouldn't mind the Falls Count Everywhere family growing and getting as well as we are. And then we can just take a night off and just sit back and watch it. Will that ever happen? We don't know. But
that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Like, hey, what how they're what are they gonna do this week? My chick.
Yeah. We'll have to check in on our own podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. While I'm getting to this, what is Donde meaning by in that last comment? I have no idea.
So I don't want to say it, but he did choke the chicken too hard last night.
Oh my God. Good Lord.
Spread dust around the ring and whatnot. Blinding Shogun and then played. Wait, no. Pretty Boy Floyd took advantage and they duked it out. Like, that was a fun match. It was an interesting match.
Oh my goodness. So I think we are I messed this up last week. I had a technical foul because I knew what I should have checked here before we did last week. Apparently I was only going off the audio from my camera, but now I've got it all through the soundboard, as everybody can hear. So, with me not being an idiot. But after this past week, we need to pay homage once again from this past weekend to the greatest Canadian of all time to step inside the square circle. That's right, people. It is time for your Edge of Allegiance.
Stand at attention. I can't really stand up. I can't really stand up, or I would.
All right. Not everybody's known that, so yeah, but there's a lot of speculation here with Edge, and we're going to kind of kick that off here with SmackDown, the curtain call for Edge. Well, yeah, I do have reports. First off, let's just take a look at this. This is a shot, brother. Yeah. This was after their match, after went off the air, after Edge had a little time in the ring with the fans in Toronto, of course, his hometown. So is it the curtain call? It probably just for Toronto. But he said that was the last time he was going to wrestle in Toronto. But there are speculations that his contract was getting ready to end. He did not renew. But also the speculation, where does he go from here? So I wanted to kind of pick your brain here, Z, because you always like to sidearm book or even sidearm get talent somehow. But where do you think Edge goes from here after this match?
I mean, I am an Edge head through and through. Always have been. I love him as Edge and Christian. I love him as Edge. Anything Edge has done to me has been bar none, some of the best work that any professional wrestler could do. So I rank Edge very highly on the list when it comes to the guys in the ring. I personally don't think it's his end. I don't see it being his end yet. I see him having a couple more shows. Just because he's not under contract or in contract with WWE and the contract may have expired, whatnot, doesn't mean he can't come in and do one-off stuff here and there. Doesn't mean he can't do stuff. There's other promotions out there. There's other things that could happen too. I'm not saying that that's a thing that's going to happen, but his friend is in somebody else. You know what I'm saying? There is that potential that could happen. I would, God forbid, hope that does not happen personally, but the options out there if he wanted to. Edge is he's too much of a talent not to have around in the wrestling world. That's the thing. Edge doesn't have to wrestle to still be utilized. So the fanboy in me does not want to see this be the end. And if it is, hats off to him. Him and Sheamus had a banger of a television match, televised match. So it was fun. It was entertaining. Those guys took it to the limit. It was hard hitting. So if it has to be the end, Edge went out on his own steed, and I respect that. And I thank him for always having, us fans attention because he easily deserves it and got it with how talented he is as a man. So
No, my goodness, yeah. And the only thing here that I had is that because man, let me just tell you. I mean, I wish we would have gave him a little bit more time because I did watch this past week's SmackDown. I mean, let me tell you, it was probably one of the better SmackDowns I've seen in quite a while. And it wasn't even involving the bloodline that much.
there
Really.
was there was really no bloodline stuff, and it was a good show from front to back. Like,
And in fact, the ironic thing about it is that the only thing close to the bloodline this past week was Paul Heyman doing that whole interview with Kayla. And honestly, I think that was probably the worst segment that they had in SmackDown this week, my opinion. Because Paul wasn't really, he was just playing to Kayla like talking to Kayla like a baby, like an infant, like she didn't understand for most. And it's just, you know,
that's
I
their
don't know.
relationship, though. Like, if you have not seen
I know.
how they interact with, that's the relationship. That's how that is. I agree with you. It was probably one of Paul's weakest segments
It was.
in recent memories. I want to know what the phone call was really all about. Like, I can't wait to see what that more to develop out of
Yeah.
that. I want to see where that goes. I liked it. It felt good that we didn't have to have the bloodline there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it put the forefront on Edge for the end. So like it gave him his spotlight, and then like you said, I truly believe everybody stepped up last night, or not last night, Friday night. My bad. I'm still in
Right.
that that mindset set of wrestling that I was at, but
Now, as we take a quick pause, in the talking about this here because we're still waiting. Um, of course, I'm going over the most upcoming shows here around the area, around the Midwest, that at least that we're trying to promote. Make sure you're scanning the QR code for the show that at least to get more information on it. I just showed ACW American Championship Wrestling this Saturday in Imperial, Missouri for Seckman High School, which is where I will be at. Of course, Tri-States Wrestling here, and then of course we're going to keep moving on. But let's get back to how real quick how SmackDown kicked off, which is probably the best Grayson Waller effect segments we've had so far. The way that it kicked off with Santos, Escobar, and Ray, and then of course Austin coming on. I mean, the way that Grayson gets underneath this, the getting underneath the, I guess getting on the nerves of both of those guys, and then um, and then Austin coming out and jaw jacking out, he's the greatest of all time, and then of course all segments is not complete if you don't have LA Knight coming into the picture, you know. So
yeah.
I mean, just watching that whole thing unfold. Now that was pretty cool, and that was probably like the best Grayson Waller effect segments we've had so far, uh, at least up in SmackDown.
I I mean, so there's four people when it comes to segments like that I love. Roddy Piper's original Piper's
Oh
Pit
yes, of course, Piper's Pit all time.
is all-time best.
Yes, I agree.
Chris Jericho's highlight reel,
Oh, that was
always phenomenal.
excellent. Yes,
Miz has always been hit and miss on his, in my opinion, but always been pretty steady as a good segment for talk show stuff. But Grayson Waller, man, he is really taking his to a whole nother level, and he's getting there. I've said it before, I think to you, Grayson reminds me of a young Roddy Piper. How
yeah,
he's able to take the mic and attack somebody and make you feel something without ever like throwing a blow, nothing like that. He doesn't have to do that kind of stuff to get under your skin, and it's beautiful, beautiful. And if anything shows from last night and as it continues in the future, I think Grayson Waller is going to be a mainstay for a long time, and I can't wait to see how this mid card title really forms. LA Knight should be in that, but it's okay.
yeah.
He's taking on
I,
my boy.
obviously, they're doing some cross branding here between superstars, at least one from each right now. And that, but man, what a way for LA Knight, the guy who could who can give it right back to you in the Miz, one of the best on the mic. I mean, these guys are going to go. These guys will eventually go at it, and we'll probably get into that a little bit later, or maybe how and where and when. But man, but just a great segment, and of course, Miz showing up on SmackDown and then costing LA Knight the match, and then of course Austin Theory rolling them up, getting rolled up with holding the tights for the pin. So yeah, yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
I love
I
Austin
knew
Theory.
Austin Theory was not going to go away from the U.S. title picture.
Oh
Who
no, he
knows?
doesn't need to. He he's
Yeah.
so good. I
Yes.
I mean, I still want Escobar to turn heel, but whatever. I want him to go back bad guy and take out Ray and take LWO but we do need a good guy faction, so I get it.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And also, uh, I think what you think about the women's tag between Charlotte and Bianca, and then of course Damage Control. Um, kind of giving the playoff here with Bailey trying to call the shots, even though Io's the women's
Champ.
champ.
Yeah, I mean, I like them playing the tension game on that, and Bianca and Charlotte played really well with each other and did pretty good, in my opinion. I didn't get to see all the match because my kids were bothering me, so I got distracted during this time.
Imagine that.
I just want I really want Bianca to go heel now because of the Hurt Business. So that is my I am manifesting that because I want Bianca Belair in the Hurt Business so bad it's not funny. Because I think that whole group could just be phenomenal. With Io potentially, about to flip herself with attention and damage control. I think it's time for a nice little shakeup in the women's division. But hey, they're still doing it really well. I love the SmackDown women's division right now.
I know. Yeah, I mean it's excellent right now as far as the women's division is concerned. I mean, Damage Control still, you kind of wonder where they go from there, but then Io getting pinned. So that's
I didn't like
probably
that.
going to lead to something else. So
I didn't like that at all.
yeah.
But
Well, look, but there was another tag match, of course, with the Street Profits. Man, I just say right now, God, I am so glad the Street Profits. It was what a great changing gear they have. Their gear is stupendous. I mean, great look on them. I'm glad they got out of the whole basketball shorts and looking like they just jumped off the court, scoring about 25 points each, you know, and then going to
but
wrestle.
it worked for what they were originally. It worked.
It did. It did.
So you
It
can't.
did.
But now that they're moving it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I love Bianca Belair so much that I think it's time that we shift her before the fans sour on her as a person, as a competitor and stuff. Before the fans really sour on her, let her be the one to sour on the fans and join the Hurt Business and move to another style. And let's see a different way of her because she's been playing the same character for a while now and has done so well to this point. I mean, like I said, I like what they're doing with her and Charlotte, and I like where they're going with Io and Bailey and stuff. And Bailey's to me one of the underrated females in the WWE. Does not get the credit she deserves all the time. Um,
Hmm.
so seeing that work, but I'm telling you, sometimes it's better to pull back a little bit and cool the pot off because then they can heat back up and do something bigger. And I think it's time for Bianca to kind of get pulled back just a little, not a lot. Like, don't take her out of the title hunt. Don't take her out of all that stuff, but just pull her out of the limelight for a little bit. Let Io, Bailey, whatever that happened, Charlotte keep doing what she's doing and kind of warm her back up in a different way. And I think the Hurt Business is the perfect foundation for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of their opponents, the OC, um,
Dead.
obviously, AJ is still. I guess AJ is still battling with Carrion. I'm guessing, but
No, I think they ended that. He beat
okay,
Karrion 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but also, but as far as I'm sorry,
The
what
OC's
is the
dead.
deal with Meacham or Mia Yim? Is she is she not active anymore as a wrestler? Did they just want to keep her as a manager? What the hell is going on? Because the thing is, she really doesn't belong with that group. It's this is like I keep saying one of these things is not like the other every time she comes out with those guys because it just doesn't seem like it. I mean,
She was there to serve a role when the Judgment Day stuff was happening. I personally think she needs to get out of the. But I'm not a Mia fan. I'm nope. Me
yeah,
Chin, whatever. No, I don't like her. She's not very good in my opinion. Uh, I don't understand her character. I don't understand her. I don't find her entertaining in the ring. Uh, but she can change my mind. I'm not a big fan of Chauncey, but Chauncey was kind of I was starting to warm up to her a little bit recently. So I'm not gonna say she's bad because there's other people I know that like her and enjoy her, but I'm with you. She does not fit the OC.
no. They need to find a different founder. She just comes out and she just stands there. Like I said, she was only the purpose served for the Judgment Day. What has she done since?
I mean,
Nothing.
what has the OC done since?
True.
Let's be honest. Like AJ Styles is one you have one of, if not hands down, one of the best entertainers since HBK when it comes to like how they can work with everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
AJ Styles, you can put AJ Styles in there with anyone, and it's going to be a phenomenal match. No pun intended.
Right.
Why are we not using him correctly anymore? Why did he get put to the back burner? He's on SmackDown, the show that he said he built. The house that AJ built.
The face that runs the place and the house that AJ Styles built. So
what are you doing with one of like?
Just don't get it right. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
And Ken Anderson, and this is the fact that the tag titles are stuck on two guys, and that's it. Like you have all four belts. The whole Raw SmackDown belts are on one team. It's hurting SmackDown now with that tag team division being so lacklustrous because of that. And it's nothing the guys in the back are doing wrong. It's just poor creative right now. We need to break them up. We need to figure out how to consolidate back down to two titles for the tag team divisions to really escalate and pull their worth, because you have some of the best guys and you're just not utilizing them because they just have nothing to do.
Right. Well, like I said, I think WWE should maybe they're in the works of maybe new tag belts being made. Would it be nice to have undisputed WWE tag team champions, and then over on SmackDown you have the World Tag Team Title Tournament,
and
then you have
the old school world titles. Oh,
wouldn't that be so nice that they just bring some of this old stuff? Stop putting the big W's on the freaking belt, will ya? I'm tired of guessing what color means what with a big W on it. I don't know how many times I got to keep telling these guys.
I still don't understand how white means female. Don't.
I'm sorry, and I just saw this. So, in my words, don't do it. Don't do it, man. It's not good. Where is?
Don't do it. All right, it would be a bad move.
No, it's done. Let it be. No, I mean, don't
bring back the greatest title ever. 24/7.
Right. The 24/7. Good Lord. That is so dumb.
You done messed up, Aaron.
I'm sorry. It's just don't do it, man. Just leave things be. It's something that's really not needed. Not needed.
Yeah.
Let's just keep the way it is. There's a mid-card, there's a women's, there's a tag, and there's a main men's. And you can separate that on them being an undisputed WWE and then a world.
I mean, I like how NXT has the Heritage Cup.
Yeah.
So if you did something like that on the main roster and try to get it over, I'm cool with that. But I really actually am enjoying the Heritage Cup stuff. But I'm also a fan of Noam Dar, so
Yeah.
It kind of makes it easy.
Yeah. Easy. So let's talk about our well, we're gonna veer away from SmackDown and we're gonna go into our next segment here, which is what I call the crazy world of AEW. And let's
By the way, I was seeing that on the notes. I'm like, that's perfect way to describe
yeah, let's see. First off,
the wonderful world.
what in the world is this? Come on. I mean, I understand you're trying to push a movie, you're trying to sell. This is like this is the Dynamite before the Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out, but you had a match between Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre match, and
One Jeff's better than the other.
yeah. And then in AEW right now, it's not, and it's like a slim margin too. I'm sorry, it is.
Fact.
There was really no. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm watching this match and I'm like, what in the world is going on here? I actually was.
Did you actually watch it?
I saw clips of it. Now I was actually channel surfing, like when I was at work. So what I watch TV when I work at times. So you can sue me, But anyway, but I saw him like, what in the world is coming out here? It's like, oh, it's Leatherface. I'm like, oh, for crying out loud, change. So,
Bro, I skipped right through. I'm like, fast forward, done. Like, as soon as like Jeff Hardy comes out and then walks like out of the ring through the crowd and starts chanting his name to get. I'm just like, done. I can't do it. And then like,
that's right.
They poured tar on him and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, what? I actually need to publicly apologize to WWE right now for that Miz Damian Priest match where they had the zombie lumberjacks.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Even the Mountain Dew blackout match was like, stop doing this. All wrestling promotions, like, I understand you guys get compensation for this kind of stuff, but this is bad. This was bad. Should not have happened. I felt like I was watching what is it? I don't know. One of those movies, Clerks, those guys. I felt like I was getting dumber watching it. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, trust me, there's dumber movies than Clerks, let me tell you.
I wasn't talking about Clerk, but the two guys. Why can't I think of it?
Are you talking about Jay and Silent Bob?
Jay and Silent Bob Strikes
Yes.
Back. That movie literally made me feel like at the end of it, I was like, why did I watch that?
Yeah.
That's what I felt like there. I was like, God dang.
Oh my god.
At
Well,
least the better Jeff won. That's all that matters.
there was only one movie that I fell asleep in, and I got up and I walked out of the theater because I could not stomach anymore, and that was Master of the Sky starting Dana Carvey.
Not early enough for the Turtle Club.
Oh my god, that was like one of the worst movies. I'm like 20 minutes in, I'm falling asleep. I fell asleep, wake up like 30 minutes later. I couldn't find myself back in the movie. I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna get up and walk out. So I didn't care.
Okay, Larry, I know who this is because I have it pulled up here so I can see who's on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's on? Larry, I love you, buddy. I love you. AEW does a lot of good things. I'm not gonna say they don't, but they have a track record of not doing so many good things. And when you look at their audience and attendance, which I don't understand how this whole wrestling company thinks like everybody's breaking records. I don't get it, but whatever, it's their story, so I'll go with it. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it with AEW. There's some good things. Once again, I love MJF, Adam Cole. Think they're doing amazing. Ethan Page is being wasted away with the Hardy Boys and them. Like, why is he getting just dogged down? Like, there's a lot of things on Collisions that's awesome. Let's talk about Rampage, how Rey Fenix and Commander had easily one of the best American luchador matches I've ever seen, like in the States, right? So yes, there is a lot of good things, but I hate to bust your bubble. This was not good, and there's a lot of other things that AEW does that's not good, including our next topic.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. Let's just kind of this next picture speaks for itself. Yes. Aubrey Edwards goes Karen at a record signing. So for those who can't read this, I will read it out here, but Jake Lewis, who is the lead singer from August Burns Red, the band August Burns Red, spoke about how Aubrey Edwards was shocked that he didn't know who she was at a record signing. And so he's quoted to say, yeah, it was crazy, man. We were doing a signing and this crazy lady comes up and gets me to sign an album for her. She then says, you don't recognize me, do you? And I replied, no, not really. No, should I? At which she replied, I'm Aubrey Edwards. I think, and I think she said her name. That's what her name was. And I said to her, who? Sorry, I don't know that name. And then where she goes, I'm a wrestling referee, maybe one of the most famous in the business. You haven't seen me before? And I said to her, sorry, I haven't watched WWE in a few years. And if I'm being honest, I am a wrestling fan, but I've just been busy. Then she laughed. She says, WWE? I'm not in that garbage. I'm in AEW. You really need to check it out and see for yourself what we're doing over there. It will get you back into wrestling. I promise you that. Jake goes, laughed and said, have a nice day, lady. And then as she was walking off, turns around and says, what are you laughing at? Before the event, security eventually moved her along because there were a ton of people behind her, and she had already taken up 5 minutes of time at the table, and he said it was pretty insane, dude. So, come on. All right. So, first off, okay, Aubrey, see, this is my problem, and I know I'm probably going to stir the pot with some people.
Oh, shoot him out, dude. Like, go ahead.
Okay. If you are a referee, you are impartial. Now, the thing is, Nick Patrick started this whole thing as being a side referee for the NWO, but that was with the faction. But if
it made sense to storyline.
It's storyline. But if you are by yourself and you are freaking trying to make a name for yourself, wrestle against people or somebody else's wife or whatever, okay? If you're wearing the stripes and you're trying to bulge yourself as some badass, sorry, that's not the role of a referee. And you need to check yourself. It's either you're going to don the stripes, call things down the middle, not put attention to yourself, or you're going to take off the stripes, start training to become a wrestler, and get your ass kicked like everybody else. Plain and simple. Let it be known, I said it. You got a problem? I'm not hard to find. Let it be known.
I agree. I can't stand Aubrey. I can't stand. And the reason we like, there's refs out there that we all have like come to enjoy. Nick Patrick, for one. What's it? Charles
Robinson, Little Nate.
But there was a reason he looked like Nature Boy. There was a reason he got famous. Red Shoes, he got famous just over time. Like it was a natural thing. Like fans just got attracted to him. Earl Hebner, like these guys were in the business for periods of time and became something more than just the ref that was in the ring. They actually had a little bit of layers added to them. Very gradually got added to. Like we didn't, it just wasn't like, I'm a ref. You're just a zebra that counts 3 and makes sure they don't get a DQ. That's it.
Right.
I can't stand this woman. There are so many better female refs than her. She needs to go away. It hurts my head.
Well,
watching her ref.
The thing is, it all started out when she was, I guess, done taping and the Acclaimed were on the ground, or like, Billy Gunn was on the ground and she's all doing the DX crotch chop bounce, hopping between all the members of Acclaimed. And this was like after the cameras went off, but someone got a viral clip of her doing the crotch chop at at guys outside the ring. So
What?
apparently that made her real freaking cool. And now it gets to her head. Ooh, I'm famous now.
She's an idiot. She's a straight idiot. Like,
there you go.
like I said last night, a good friend of ours once said, "Shut up, stupid," and I still believe it still stands today. And she's one of them.
Well, but let it be known, I am not advocating for this at all.
No.
I respect the referees. A referee is a hard job. It is, because if you're an average referee around this area, you're lucky if you get only 2 matches a night to referee. If you get usually you get more than that, depending on what promotion you're working for. Some be the referee for the entire show. And I feel for the guys that have to be out there for every match. You understand that? A referee has to get up, get down, get up, get down. Don't worry about how they can count to 5, 3, or 10. It does. That don't matter. you should be counting in your sleep without an error.
And let's not mention they are the first person to, if one of the guys or girls get injured, they're the first one to hear it. Like, they're the first one making sure the boys and the ladies are taken care of in that ring, and they're needed to help pass things off. Like, but this is not needed. Stop doing it.
Yeah. Like my hashtag last week, stop it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But please don't mistake. I respect the role of a referee highly. In fact, I respect the role of a lot of roles in this business, whether it be booker, whether it be promoter, ring announcer. Those are jobs. I mean, there's a reason why there's roles in professional wrestling. There's different. You take on different. You take on different roles, and you take on different positions in a promotion. I mean, there's a reason for it, because not one person can do everything. And show me one that does, and I'll tell you what, show me one person that does all of these roles, and I'll show you a crap show that you shouldn't spend $10 to go see. So there you go. Because no one can do it, because, oh yeah, let's not forget about audio and sound. We know people that are audio and sound guys, right? That's very important too. There's sound people behind it, camera people behind it. Like I said, there's a lot of roles when it comes to a show, man. A lot of roles. So, but I definitely respect the referee position. But
It's not that one.
Well,
that's me.
Yeah, I know. But this right here, no, I understand that. Yeah, it's like you're trying to add sugar to your sweet tea, and you pour a whole bunch of salt. So I understand it's going to be bitter, and I'm getting a little bit of a bitter taste after seeing this. It's like, you go up as a fan of the band. You don't try to promote yourself. You don't try to say, "Oh, you don't know who I am. You're not going to recognize me." I'm sorry, who? What? If you get that, just be respectful and move on. You shouldn't even ask that in the first place. And you pissed off like about maybe 100 people in line that were waiting for this guy's autograph. So just shut up and move on. Simple as that. Oh my God. All right. So, well, I am going to let everybody know right now. We do thank you very much, everybody, for watching here tonight. Apparently, we are not getting any type of response from our featured guest here so far, Mr. Jason Dugan. Apparently something must have come up, but if we get him, if he comes on late, cool. If not, we may reschedule. It just all depends. Things do happen. Life happens. So, but we're going to keep moving on with everything that we can here right now. Let's see about, well, I'll tell you, there's we're digressing. We went too much into AEW as far as on the negative side. You said, Z, that there are some good positive things coming up from Dynamite and from Rampage this past week.
Dude, the storyline build with MJF and Adam Cole, and like the subtle hints of either one of them turning on each other, has been so well done. Like, I am finally a fan of Adam Cole. I am 100% finally a fan of Adam Cole. I love seeing Adam Cole's, like, nerdy, goofy side, like, and he's always been a hell of a guy in the ring. Like, you can't go and not watch one like, Adam Cole comes on your TV and you're like, "I'm gonna watch this match because you know it's gonna be a good match." Right? But it finally, like, it feels like everything's clicking to me. He was never bad in ROH, he was never bad in WWE, in NXT, and all that stuff. Never bad. But it's finally clicking in my head on who the guy Adam Cole really is. And the character and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's finally, like, there, and it feels very well organic and true. So that's what I love about it. And then just MJF is pure gold anyway. So, like, I'm a big MJF fan. But their dynamics has been just stellar together. I'm actually was starting to really enjoy the Young Bucks and back and forth with the Revival. So, or FTR now. Sorry, I keep calling them what they used to be, FTR. So their back and forth has been really good. I actually am kind of excited for that match. I'm not against it. Switchblade, holy cow! What can you say about that man? Jay, one of the best. So
Yeah.
good. The promo that he cut with Juice Robertson about the Elite and stuff, because they're getting ready to taking on Kenny Omega, Adam Hangman, and Kenta Ibushi. I always butcher his name, but they're gonna have a trios match at All
Right.
In. And that match, like the storyline, the back and forth has been great between those guys. The attacks on it, and they're just selling it so well. So, like, that's another match I'm looking forward to. How they have slowly built the Punk Samoa Joe match. You know, Samoa Joe coming out and going, "Hey, I'm asking for the match." Punk doesn't say anything. Then he comes back out, "I'm still asking for the match. If you don't answer, I'm gonna come and make me have the match. Like, you're going to give me the match." So then he chokes him out during the main event with the FTR when they're doing a trios match. Then this week, this great, Golden Scorpion comes out, and Samoa Joe comes down. Turns out that the Golden Scorpion is CM Punk, and he says your match is on. Like, the builds to that's great. And like I said earlier, if you have not watched Ray Phoenix versus Commando, or not Commando, God dang it, why am I forgetting? Piss. Commander versus Ray Phoenix on Rampage. Holy cow, those two men delivered easily one of the best matches of luchadors in the States since WCW.
Dang.
Like, that,
That's
I
saying a
want to
lot.
see more of that, dude.
Wow. I mean, Ray Phoenix, is a great talent overall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ray's
Obviously.
amazing.
I mean, like you said, Glory Pro had him not too long ago. I think it was maybe about 3 weeks ago. He was in town for them, the Casa Loma Ballroom here in town. And let me tell you, you're missing a great talent in Ray Phoenix. You've not seen him live, even with the chance to meet and greet with him. What a guy.
Oh, yeah, I'm a big backer of Ray Phoenix. I love him and his brother both, Penta. But Commander, man, that dude is top. He did a springboard into a Canadian destroyer. Like, off the ropes, grabs him, Canadian destroyer, gets on the rope, does a freaking shooting star press. Why he walks the rope, shooting star press lands. The sequence was just amazing, my guy. Amazing. Like, I could watch those two do that ballet of aerial combat because they do so well at it, and it's not like, it doesn't feel like spot to spot to spot. Like, it's just click, 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 boom. And they're just moving and flying. Two of the best. Two of the best.
Man, awesome, awesome. Um, and like I said, I mean, AEW it has its good and its bad, but right now the bad seems to kind of push more over that half. If you have that tug of war rope going over that line, it was even down, or kind of like a balance right now. That this bad is kind of weighing down a little bit here. You need to kind of balance it up with the good.
Collision is definitely my favorite show of the three right now. I will say that.
And you know what? Like I said, I'm hoping they're getting good ratings because even guys like me that even when they're not wrestling or whatever, when I relax at home waiting to for my next show to do, which like the next Saturday night, I guess that's I don't have DVR, but right now, but either way, it's like you go and watch it, and I mean, I don't know. It just seems like AEW's got a lot of television going on, a lot of television, a lot of 2 hour shows. They're a 2 hour show, right? With
Yeah.
Collision.
So Collision in Dynamite are 2 hour shows, and then you have Rampage is the 1 hour show, and then if you want to add Dark into it, it's a 1 hour YouTube show. But I don't even follow Dark too much.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
know.
just recently started watching Rampage again. I'm really happy I watched Rampage this week because I'm telling you right now, go back and watch that Commander versus Ray Phoenix match. I cannot praise it enough. I enjoyed that match so much.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I'll have to try to find a way to watch that. What? And give me 1 second here because I had my next topic, but apparently I had lost track of it. Where it's at?
I can't wait for Impact's getting ready to do their a big show because they're coming up 1,000 episodes or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. There's a lot of stars that's going to be featured there, aren't they?
Yeah, I
Aren't
can't
they?
wait for that one.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be unreal.
I just wish Impact had a better televised spot. That's it. That's the only thing holding me back from Impact is because I can't find a way to watch it. I mean, I guess there's their YouTube thing. I think you can do a premium setup. I'm gonna check on that again.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think with yeah, I don't know how. I mean, they're going to find ways to where you can see it, but otherwise, yeah. Um, I know what I was going to do. Okay, let me see if I got this in here right. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, never mind. I think I found what I was going to do here. So give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, where is my share screen? There we go. Okay, so let's kind of talk about this. We go from All in London next weekend, and then the weekend after that, you come back in the States and you have All Out. What? I mean, what? I mean, it's not heard of. I mean, because I sure like to know how ticket sales are going with in here because people are like, "Oh, you need to catch the AEW." Well, and then, like I said before, London, England is a hotbed when it comes to watching live wrestling. When it comes to any show that comes in, they want to be involved, and that was true of Money in the Bank. Whenever they had the O2, when they packed the O2 Arena earlier in July of this year, and so now they're packing Wembley because they just love professional wrestling. And man, getting back to Adam Cole and MJF, are they actually going to challenge for the ROH tag titles at 0 hour?
Yeah, they're challenging for 0 hour
God, so
against Aussie Open, which another great tag team.
yeah, so I don't know. It's just the AEW World Champion working twice. And not only that, but working on the pre-show. Ah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I just I got mixed feelings about that because it's like if you're the world champion, you're supposed to be in the main event. Why are you giving yourself a match before in 0 hour for competing for your what I should say your B company now tag titles? I mean, even though ROH is really not a B company per se because they have it's been around for a good while. It's just they're underneath different ownership, same ownership, but underneath the AEW banner. Let's just be
That
honest about that.
that's one of the things I've kind of irritated by with the how like AEW's handled ROH. It it's nice that they're blending it in, but at the same time, I wish that almost was its own straight entity, and like they just split, plain and simple.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting here the way because next week, next Sunday is when all in starts, and of course, I got to find a start time for that. They're going to be on the other side. And they're about 5 or 6 hours away, so they're going to be starting in the afternoon here in the States. So I'll see if I can see if we can get some results on that. See if any history is made. Maybe get some pictures of a packed Wembley Stadium watching an AEW show. They should
It's gonna
take
be a
a
sick
picture as
photo.
well.
That's gonna be a sick photo. It
It's
really
gonna be a
will.
sick photo, but get it while you can now because you won't get it in the States. So just saying. I mean, prove me wrong because you won't get it in the States. Oh my gosh. Speaking of capacity though, what about freaking Russ this past weekend with WrestleMania tickets going on sale on Friday? 91,000 tickets total sold between both days.
That's crazy. That's
That
crazy.
is nuts. And
It's a
what's even
record
nuts
breaker.
about it is I know somebody personally who bought who got like a 2-day package, and so they're going to be going next year. It's WrestleMania.
One of the guys on We Talk Wrestling, he bought tickets. Rick Goodwin.
Oh
Good guy.
yeah, okay,
Good guy.
yeah,
Good
Rick.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rick Goodwin. So he
yeah,
got tickets for him and his boy. They've been going to all kinds of stuff. I'm
yeah.
happy for him. That's gonna be
Um,
awesome.
but I like to talk to somebody personally who's actually bought a ringside seat. When those those for like 10 grand because I got a loan that I need to kind of help
Right.
pay off.
Right.
It's like what are you doing? And we had a discussion. I don't know if we sent you this clip because there's an interesting story. If I'm going to get this before I keep talking about
$119 to meet the Acclaimed? What?
what now?
Oh, you had the Starcast stuff up, and I'm looking at like the meet and greets and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that real quick. Yeah, the meet and greet because I've actually got the. Let's see. I think I got the actual.
You got the best friends for $50. Oh hell yeah! I'd go and meet the Blue Meanie straight up. $20. Hell yeah, that's worth every dime.
Oh yeah.
Every dime.
Oh yeah.
So $40 for a photograph and an autograph from Blue Meanie. Hell yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
They've got like, oh my lord. So yeah, so let's look at the lineup. Blue Meanie, Steph DeLander, Shaza McKenzie, who's actually part of the St. Louis or is it the St. Louis Anarchy or Glory Pro roster? Rachel Armstrong, Matt Hardy, Matt Cardona. Oh, and Jeff Hardy. You want
Don't
to go
forget
for
Nick
Jeff
Wayne. Oh, there is no way in hell I'm standing in the line for a Jeff Hardy autograph.
Hardy.
Zero. It could be a free autograph, and I'd still leave it on the table.
Let's see. Jordan Oliver from GCW. And the funny thing is, they actually got Marty Jannetty that's supposed to be here now. And let's see. It's kind of funny because they got his promo they got a promo photo with him with the Intercontinental title. It's like he didn't have it that long, bro. Let's see. Dasha Gonzalez, Cole Cabana. Good one.
Oh, $60 for Brody King? Hell yeah. Photo and an autograph? Bet.
Yeah,
I
see,
would do that.
Alec Price, Thunder Rosa.
That's just what? That's Friday.
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking that the entire list.
Oh, you're looking
Willow,
at I'm looking at the separated like breakdown.
oh, Willow Nightingale. That's
I
one of
would
my that's one of my favorite.
She had a killer match too with Diamante. Diamante? Yeah.
Yeah,
This past week.
and then of course Taya Valkyrie. There's another one, and then we got Swerve Strickland, the Infantry, Sky Blue, which I know you're not impressed with, but let's see,
It's not
Sean
that I don't
Spears.
I think the fans get it wrong with her. Like she's overshadowed by her buns.
Yeah, yeah, true. I get you. Well, check out these next two: Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, and RVD.
No.
Now, let's talk about one guy that's actually here on the list that I just came across that's been in the talk with AEW. Ryan Nemeth, who is the brother of Dolph Ziggler, who's working in AEW. Apparently, it's got to be for the CM Punk. So,
Whatever. Everybody else does too.
Yeah, it's like, can you guys just, is there like any type of news with Punk that does not involve drama when it comes to, I don't know. I don't know.
Brian Olsen, one of my admins of We Talk Wrestling, literally compared him to Donald Trump. And I'm like, perfect.
What?
CM Punk is the Donald Trump of wrestling.
You tell CM Punk that, he's going to punch him in the mouth because he does not like Donald Trump at all.
That's why it's funny.
I know. Let's see. Soraya will be on here. RJ Cine, Ricky Starks be in here.
Cool. That'd be cool.
Prince Nana.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. Oh, here's one that'll sell tickets. Nick Gage. Good Lord. So you got Nick Wayne. I don't know, some others.
He's actually he's young, so he's one of
he does. Like, yeah, he's like very young.
He's a young cat, and I'm kind of he could be good really as he matures more.
Yeah, good. Powerhouse Hobbs.
That'd be
and
a
then,
good one.
Of course, another power couple, Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis.
Love those two.
Let's see, Max Caster, Matt Taven, Malachi Black, Mance Warner, Maki Ito, Lance Archer, Luchasaurus.
Dude, Sunday you can get the whole kingdom.
I don't know. Should I just stop reading? It almost feels like I'm reading off the entire the entire AEW roster, but
I mean that's what it is.
Yeah.
Starcast just goes right along with them.
Hey, here's a good notable from the Midwest that's worked several cards here in the Midwest and out of the Midwest. Billy Starks will be in there.
Yes.
Best friends. And oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Danhausen. You can't have a
signing without Danhausen.
Oh my goodness. That guy's gonna be in and out. Oh, and you get a chance to meet Aubrey Edwards.
Pass.
That's a hard pass.
Hard pass.
But here's
Sean Spears.
Yep, Sean Spears will be in there too. What about now? Here's one I wanted to bring up here. About as far as like special guest, and this blew me away. Dennis Rodman. Dennis,
bro,
that floored me.
That's a ticket price in its own, in my opinion.
I know. You're talking about a guy that's causing a lot of controversy in the NBA, and then of course with the NWO back in that day. And of course you got all the big names here. You got Christian Cage, you got Orange Cassidy, Sting, John Moxley, Renee Paquette, Dr. Britt Baker, Ruby Soho, and so many more. Of course, Athena, um, which she's still AEW. I'm sorry, ROH
ROH.
Women's Champion.
Yes, if not
Yep.
mistaken.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, why do they announce? It's like announce superstars, and I'm like, didn't you guys just like put the entire freaking roster on here, plus more guests? I mean, we know that Marty Jannetty's not on the. Which, by the way, you and I had talked briefly before getting on here about asking about things maybe to possibly talk about in case we come to our emergency situation that we're in right now. But one thing I want you to do, if you get time, and I don't know if you're a fan of this, but and I have to watch because it's like I have to think about how lucky I am in a lot of instances of why I didn't go down some of these roads that some of these guys went down or whatever happened to them. But Dark Side of the Ring, um, season 4, and there, 10 episodes there. There's one I did not see yet. I did see 9 of them, but there's one I did not see, and that was the I think the week 9, which was Bash at the Beach 2000. Boy, you want to talk about you want to talk about a dumpster fire of a pay per view that turned out to be that.
Isn't that where like Hulk Hogan and Jared like go at it? Okay, that's what I thought.
And oh my gosh. And it's kind of funny here because I was actually sent a link of let's see, Vince Russo's podcast, Russo brand, of Al Snow on Vince McMahon and Internet Darlings and more, as far as like talking about the business and the way that the business is around. And I didn't get a chance to hear all of it yet, but I'm thinking to myself, why is it's like, hopefully Vince Russo booked this guy so he can actually listen for a change. To me, I don't know, Vince Russo was an idiot. WCW 2000 was the most atrocious year for any major brand promotion and ever lived. I can barely watch anything WCW 2000, much less from 2000 on to where it finally got where they shut its doors. It was horrible, in my opinion. I could barely watch it.
I can't say you're wrong. I physically can't say you're wrong.
It was bad. Man, it was bad. So, let's look here. Let's see. Oh yeah. I'll tell you, yeah. So we got a little bit more to talk about here, but before we do all that,
for $8,000, or not $8,000, $1,800, you can get platinum bracelet for the Starcast, a pair of All Out tickets on the floor seats, section 6, and basically you're meeting everybody. It's not a bad deal, really.
No, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Okay, sorry. I'm done looking.
No. We're good, man. We are good. We are good. This week, we've come to that time where we step back, and not like we've kind of poked at a little bit. We've poked fun at some things here and there, but it's that time of the week. We want to shine it up real nice, people. That's right. That's right. It's wrestling's golden memes, everybody here. And we've got some classics here for you tonight. And hopefully you kind of sit back and kind of take a look at these. Make sure you're sharing the show, everybody, whoever's watching. Make sure you're sharing the show. And, because this is the part of the show where, we take things back a little bit and in a different meme style to kind of humor ourselves. Our first meme here tonight, of course, features our great Rated R superstar, WWE Hall of Famer, who is celebrating 25 years of Edge. And after they went off the air last night, had a match, just had to show you that the uncertainty of that you feel not knowing if your colleagues are honoring you or setting you up for an electric chair drop. It's,
Why is Edge making that?
yeah, I know. Oh, someone got a hold of this quick. Oh, but no, it was all good. With
I hope we get to see like his little more of his in-ring like talk after the match and stuff.
yeah, there wasn't much. But no, they had another match after that, and so, but this is what happened. So,
That's funny.
oh shoot. So our next one here. Like so, the weatherman dressed for the mid '80s today. Me and the boys. Yes, we're dressing in our mid '80s gear.
Two of the best.
Oh my gosh, two of the best behind the microphone. Jesse the Body and the Macho Man.
Two of the best.
Like Macho Man. That looks like '84 or something. I mean, right
I'm kind of
before
jealous of
Elizabeth.
that MTV shirt actually.
Yeah, that TV shirt. Because I'm trying to remember when Jesse had to hang it up because he was suffering from back trouble. But Jesse was really good in the ring too. So,
Oh yeah, he doesn't get his due.
oh no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Does not get his due.
He didn't. I mean, his years active as a wrestler in the WWE were kind of cut short. I mean, he split his time between AWA and WWF, but but after that, I'm glad he had many years behind the mic for Vince, and then of course eventually going to WCW I'm sure the contract was a little better at that time.
Him and Vince also were a very underrated commentary team.
Yeah,
just saying.
Absolutely. For our next one here, realism at his finest.
I'm not gonna lie, I would buy that and hang that up just because of that. Like,
that's the best $10 you can spend right there.
100%. That is gold.
Could you imagine grabbing this off the shelf and taking it to the register? They're gonna look at you.
Oh my god, that is funny. I almost bought a Jimmy Uso today, a Jimmy Uso or a Dusty Rhodes, but both of them, like Dusty's face it didn't look right, and then Jimmy's box was broken, so I didn't get it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
That's gold. That's gold. I like that one. That as a collector of figures, that one cracks me up.
You want this in your collection. That'd be so funny if you somehow get like an empty shell.
Bro, I'm serious. I would hang that up on my wall. 100%. 100, like it would sit like right here, maybe. Like 100%. That's funny.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, on sale at Big Lots apparently.
I like how the corner says top picks.
Yeah.
This has layers.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Nah. I hope you get a good chuckle out of this one. This is the Hot Topic and the Kohl's employees having lunch together at the mall. This is
the worst part is I've actually seen this happen.
At the mall.
So we don't have a Hot Topic on our mall. When I worked in the mall at the shoe store, I worked for Famous Footwear a long time ago. Spencer's was right across from us, right?
Yeah.
And there was let's just say what it is, an emo dude that worked there. His girlfriend worked down at Claire's. So oh boy, always being his like emo get up, and doing his thing. And this beautiful, beautiful brunette would come down and they would have Annie and pretzels together. And it was always the best thing ever because she's like nicely dressed and he's all emo rocked out. And I'm like, I love this couple.
That is funny. That
That's a
is
good one. I
funny.
like that.
and for our last one, last weekend, the immortal one, Hulk Hogan, turned 70. So 70 years, Hulk Hogan is. That's good evening. Good evening, Shaft. And so, like I said, I mean, I can't believe Hulk Hogan is 70 years old, dude. He was the first guy that I watched in the ring and got me
He
hooked
kind of
on
still looks like
wrestling.
he was in the 90s. That's
Uh,
the creepy thing.
yeah. But no, but Hulk Hogan just turned 70 last week, and he actually got a very special gift from a certain individual in the media.
I don't even want to know.
That individual was Maury. The DNA results confirm that you're not, that everyone is not your brother.
This is an old meme, but it's still so good. So good.
Oh my.
This hurts, brother.
Oh my. Yeah. Nothing good, but a good cry from Hulk Hogan finding out that not everybody's his brother. Oh shoot.
That's funny.
Hey, think of the positive thing. At least you have to cut down on Christmas cards and gifts, you know?
Right?
Less
As much as I can't stand Hogan nowadays, he still was one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm not gonna lie to anybody.
yeah. Apparently, Flash Flanagan is actually apparently down in Florida now, and he's planning on going down to Hogan's Hangout tomorrow night, where they usually do karaoke down at his bar.
Right.
So
challenge Hulk Hogan.
So Flash Mania is getting ready to meet Hulkamania tomorrow night, apparently, down in Clearwater. So
that'd be a fun match.
now that would be. I mean, how are you going to work with somebody with a bum hip? But you know.
Oh, he's had like 17 surgeries to fix it now, right?
Oh yeah, I know you. And just put a little WD-40 in that bad boy. It's all good to go.
Ric Flair. Ric Flair can have one more. Hogan can too.
Oh my, that was atrocious. Oh my god,
it really wasn't that bad of a match.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
that's
this week in Golden Memes, everybody. And you brought up the great Nature Boy, of course, before you did, but we were on a different train. But what are the rumors circulating now that Charlotte Flair and Andrade are now already getting a divorce? Seriously, dude.
Father like daughter, right?
I don't know. The thing I just kind of wonder, what is that? I mean, what, Charlotte like in her, mid-30s? And this is like her third marriage she's getting ready to break off. It's like, is it a competition now between, trying to beat dad out for championships and marriages? Or what?
Oh my God, I cannot. I mean, I said like father like daughter, but.
You imagine Rick going,
16 time, 19 marriages.
16 world championships, and she's got what, 14? And then
so.
Oh my god, it's pretty bad if I'm gonna go and look and see how many times Ric Flair's been married, I
want to say, I'm gonna guess 4. I think it is. It's like 4 or
5. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
No, it's 4 or 5, if not mistaken.
If it's 4, then somebody is lying. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so no, he's on his 5th marriage.
Boom!
Yeah.
Why do I know that? I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, so right now, yes. So Rick's in the lead there 5-3. And
oh, that's horrible, dude.
Horrible. Rick's in the lead 5-3. Shoot.
I really was hoping her and Andrade would stay together. I like those two as a couple. It was a good couple, in my opinion.
I mean, I think so too, but it always makes you wonder what happens. What happened? with all that.
Hey, that's their bedroom, not mine.
Oh my God, I'm not even thinking anything with bedroom, but
I'm not talking about it like that. I'm just saying it's like their household, not mine. Like that's how.
right. I get you. I get you. I know, but I don't know. There's nothing to brag about. You should be bragging about world championships, but you know, do you see? I mean, do you ever see Charlotte getting the belt anytime soon again?
I really hope they keep her away. Like I like her being involved in the world title hunts and stuff, but she needs to stay out of like capturing it. At this point, she can lose because it's Charlotte Flair. Her reputation's already been built. She's one of the best, hands
Right.
down. So right now, it really needs to be a movement of I wouldn't say youth movement in the female division, but like new faces.
Right. Exactly.
It needs to be new faces, and I love. I would actually. I'm not gonna lie. I would like if they're not gonna put Bianca in with the Hurt Business. I actually would not. I enjoyed them as a tag team. Could you think of those two like finding mutual ground somehow and like being in the tag team division?
That could work. I
I'm
could see
telling you,
that
like there
happening.
could be something else with those two. Because like I said, I still think Bianca needs to take a step back now. She's been too forefronted for way too long, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. So don't hear what I'm not saying, okay?
Right.
Like, I'm firmly a fan of Bianca Belair. Matter of fact, if nobody knows this, I play Fortnite too, and Fortnite just dropped a Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair bundle pack, so you can download them as people that you can go around popping people with. So that's cool, and I'm like this close from buying the Bianca Belair one. Not gonna lie, the skin. Like, I would totally love running around on Fortnite as Bianca Belair, 100%. So I am a massive fan of the woman, but I just thinking she needs to. It's okay to take a step back for a little bit, cool off, and then heat back up again. And that's where I think those two would make a really good tag team. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you've seen in that they work together well on SmackDown. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They worked well together. Why not do something with them? And they have like this. They have a unique chemistry too. That I've been noticing. Like there's a unique chemistry between those two that I think could do there could be something more, and Charlotte and her could play that whole like I know I'm going to say a controversial name, okay? So hold on. You remember when Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit kept trying to one up each other and then went for the tag team titles and stuff? Like they could do that storyline with these two women. And then like have it pan out. Like let's say for a year they're going back and forth, one upping each other. Then they work their way into the tag team division. They become tag team champions, all that kind of stuff. And then that leads back to the world title. Like so, there's so many ways you could build a storyline and do something different with them, and let them go another way, so they're not over here focused, but still being focused on. That's just my thought.
all right. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Um. I mean, like I said, I mean that's one that's a storyline that's actually going to be good for either storyline would be good for Bianca, and it would help Charlotte probably put her in a different direction. But I'm kind of behind the whole, you know, with Bobby Lashley coming out to greet the Street Profits at the end of the match, and then that really needs to happen. And
You like that, don't you?
I do. I'm behind Hurt Business 2.0. I really am, and I really am.
Don't call it that.
Well, I mean, what else you gonna call
it? But every time WWE puts 2.0 behind something, it flops hard.
Well, if you put 1.0 behind something, sometimes it don't work. But even though, I mean, I did like Matt Hardy version 1, whatever that was a thing. Whenever he broke away from
Wait,
gyrating Jeff, trying to
dude, you're talking a whole nother like version 1 is the whole reason. Like I know for a fact Matt Hardy was amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that show.
That was a bad
Nobody can
example because
deny.
him and Shannon Moore did that very well. So,
Oh man, the Matitudes and Matafal. Shannon's.
dude, I love the entrances.
Oh my god, the Matt Facts. Like,
Yeah, the
dude,
Matt Facts. That was
Nobody
great.
can. he did fall out of the ring once though.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But no, Matt Hardy version 1 was so awesome, and it like him going after the cruiserweight title reminded me of like how Crash Holly used to bring the scale out when he was in the lightweight division and stuff. You remember that stuff? Like it was a different, like it was the same thing, but Matt made it his own. It was beautiful and it was wonderful, and like watching. Oh, Matt Hardy was gold then. People don't get it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, I'm Jeff Hardy. I can pull off things. Matt actually tells stories.
Right. Yeah. Matt tells stories, and then the media has to create stories out of what happens in Jeff's life. So there's a difference. Oh, I'm sorry. Articles. My bad.
Shots fired. Shots.
Oh yeah.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Absolutely. Boy, I'm on one tonight, aren't I?
That was good. I like that one. That was a good roast.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know we're kind of hating, but you know.
I mean, no matter what it is, oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm going through Facebook and watching the Bobby, like not watching, but like I just saw pictures of the Bobby D match and Sean Vincent.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that was a bloodbath, bro. No,
Holy
that
cow.
canvas is half soaked. I'm telling you right now. It was a mess. So yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh boy.
Dude.
I hope it's not as bad as it looks. That's what I'm saying. You know,
So
because someone who's been busted open in the past, sometimes you don't even know you're busted open, and you're like half covered, and you're like, oh crap, I'm bleeding, and it looks worse. So, and of course, you get hidden with every weapon in the book in the big melon, over my time, and you barely feel anything anymore. So
even the kitchen sink.
say who what now?
I said even the kitchen sink.
Yeah. Oh, good lord. Dong. I mean, you ever hear a hollow kitchen sink just hit the ground or something? That's probably what it was.
Oh, gnarly sound.
Imagine that smack in the head, and that you hear that. Oh boy, talk about something to make you cringe. Let's oh no, did I do that? No, I sure didn't. I thought I had this. Oh, I do have it. Or is it not showing? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Here's one thing here. So we're talking about WWE. I mean, we've already talked about, with AEW going to, of course, All In and All Out, and we've already covered the whole crazy world of AEW. Now let's kind of get into Payback, which is going to be in about 2 weeks. So it's crazy because, God, crazy 2 weeks of wrestling, because this comes on the night before All Out.
Right.
So this is September 2nd. So what matches do you see upcoming here? Because I think I think there's already been one, I think, announced. Or at least one that's, okay, so there's one that's been announced. So
I'm trying to find where that is, so tell me, because I can't remember which one was announced.
It's Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus in a cage.
Oh, that's right. That stupid match.
I'll tell you what, they could have done a lot, which they could have done a lot more with Trish, and the way she's turned and everything else. Here, I was kind of hoping to get more of the like lashback, like attitude, because I like the way how she was when she turned, right before WrestleMania 20. Well, she turned. I guess she was heel for a while whenever Chris Jericho and Christian were fighting, and then
right.
Yeah, boy, you down in WrestleMania 20, boy, who? Well, you talk about you want to talk about something that was kind of heated up, boy, back then.
So,
but here's one match. I mean, there's a couple matches I see happening. I mean, obviously, whoever's on the poster you want to see is going to be heating up. So, or you know what? I've already announced one. What's one that is there one that you see happening on this?
so they're already gearing up for Seth versus Nakamura. too.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hasn't
That's
been
already heating up.
announced.
No,
Has Yeah, but it'd be stupid not to do it.
and really that match, like, I hate the term throwaway matches because they always say that for like the Royal Rumble, right? Like the world title throwaway match, like the world title being put with like this guy or that, and they say it's a throwaway match. I never see that match as a throwaway match. I think it's always another story stepper, and that's what the match should be seen as, and not like I said, I can't stand that term throwaway match. But this is a perfect opportunity to like attempt and see if we can get Nakamura back into the world title picture and like actually in there and as a mainstay player and stuff. And Seth and Nakamura, dude, if Nakamura can sink his teeth into it, the guy can tell one of the best stories in a match that there is. Like,
I totally agree.
so having Seth as an opponent who is a guy that just can kind of like AJ Styles can almost work with anybody, no matter what the size of the person is or the style. I think we could be on the brink of seeing the rebirth of Nakamura in WWE. Even in a loss, we could see the rebirth of Nakamura as a main staple character for WWE going forward and going into the future. And I think this is the perfect time for a match like this for him. And I'm really enjoying his like whole character switch. Like it actually feels like a legitimate bad guy role, where the first time he was just low blowing people. So
Yeah.
it's one of the matches I want to see. But the other one, and I know you're going to agree with me on this one, is the potential of Gunther versus Chad Gable.
Yeah, and I'm hearing some stirrings of something that may possibly happen, and if it happens, I am going to be highly, highly upset. It's
I don't
not
know.
time. It's not time. Do not WWE, listen to me. Do not do it. Don't do it. Whatever you do, and you know what I'm talking about, don't do it.
Now I do, I think. Yeah.
Don't do it. That man deserves to be in the freaking record books. He's already done it once with the Royal Rumble appearance.
Okay, time out. When is that up? Do you remember?
I think, if I understand correctly, if he holds the title through September 6th, I believe he surpasses the Honky Tonk Man.
So this isn't easy. This isn't easy. If that's the case, have Gable lose via some way, right? But still look like Gable can still look strong. Look how Monday came. That match on Monday when it was supposed to be a 5-minute, then they turned it into a regular match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gable looked strong as hell coming out of that, and like the fans were actually behind him in that fatal 4-way. So the fans wanted to see him in that position. If you somehow, I don't know how you would do it necessarily, where it makes complete sense, but you have Gunther go over in, I wouldn't say like a dirty fashion with interference or anything, but like if Gunther goes over because he just like loses it because Chad doesn't stay down and it's a ref stoppage.
Yeah.
Right? Or even let's do a submission where Gable passes out in the submission match. Not a submission match, but in a submission hold, right? Gable still looks strong. And then you progress over to September, and that's when you drop the belt at the next pay-per-view. Because I agree with Gunther needs to drop the title, actually. But I'm with you, not yet.
Okay, so here's where I'm going to go with this. Okay, you look at Gunther's past opponents. Okay, let's take a look at what his two former opponents were: Sheamus, Drew McIntyre.
Right.
You tell me he straight up beat these guys out of a fist. I mean, straight up. The statue of both of those guys. Gunther basically stood toe to toe and straight up won the battle. If you're going to tell me that though, that don't get me wrong, Gable's good, but he is not good enough to overpower or outsmart Gunther in any type of schoolboy fashion.
But are you going off a size comparison? Because see, I'm not one of those guys that can get behind that stuff.
Okay, I'm telling you what. You put a guy who's 5'6" to a guy who's like 6'7" and built like a brick house. You mean to tell me that guy cannot freaking hold his ground from a possible roll up, sunset flip, or anything else like that? Something. I'm just saying. If I see some kind of BS, I am going to jump and flip my lid and possibly flip my table.
If Gable loses by wins by a stupid schoolboy or something, I'm totally with you. I'm behind you 100%.
But for it to win in that nature, and if that goes, it's almost like someone blowing the freaking lead in the ninth inning of the World Series in Game 7, and someone hits a home run when you were up by 2 and you give off a 3-run homer. There's no sicker feeling than losing like that. And if
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You know, I'm just saying, if I see it, you pour me a drink now because I'm going to need it to calm down because I will not be happy. I want Gunther in the record books as long as reigning Intercontinental Champion. That's what I want.
I agree with that. I agree 100% with that. But I think Chad Gable is a perfect candidate for somebody to take the belt off Gunther in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. It's their first meeting. It shouldn't happen. So.
Well, that's technically the second, but yes, I agree.
Yeah.
100%. I agree with you. I'm with you on this.
Yeah. But when the title's on the line, Gunther gets in another mode. And with Imperium behind him, Imperium probably won't be a ringside, but when you're marching with your Imperium buddies, if with the game face on, with the title on the line, it's a different story. So.
I agree.
So let's talk about a match that I kind of maybe toyed around with earlier. We talked about. What about this? Your boy versus everybody's calling them the Flash in the Pan. So the Miz, and this would be technically a cross promotional match, but the Miz on Raw, LA Knight from SmackDown.
I think it's gonna be a stellar match. And the build's already been fun to it. I almost wish they would hold off a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I get it, but at least these guys they're not going to compete until, what are you going to wait for? Hell in a Cell, or what's their next one after that? So
I don't even know what the next review is, but my point, and the reason I say like LA Knight can play it is like, dude, I have nothing to prove to you. You're not even on my show. Like,
right.
So I just think going right into this is not the best move, but I'm all for it.
Yeah, well, how many segments are you going to let go on a weekly basis? Could you seriously carry out another 6 weeks of promos between both shows? But
I'm not complaining.
There's a way
LA
to do
Knight
it.
and the Miz talking.
There's a way to do it, but like if you do another 4 weeks, people are going to be like, okay, shut up and fight already. You guys keep ruining each other's matches, and it's not even for a title, So it's like
I'm with you.
Just shut up and fight already. So I see that happening. Let's see. So I guess what's another one that you had? Because there's got.
I have a hankering we're going to get EO versus Bianca Belair.
Haha. There you go. I kind of had that prediction as well. Yeah, with EO and Bianca Belair. Now the trick is here, does Bayley stay in the locker room? Does Bayley come to ringside? Is Bayley more of a distraction? And does Bianca get the title back for a third time? So Uh,
It does not need to happen.
I mean, it
Does
doesn't
not
need
need
to
to happen
happen.
at
I,
all.
I think that would really, they're really down on Io's character, or at least her build as a wrestler. So I really don't see that happening. I hope that doesn't happen. Uh, I'm a big fan of Bianca's work too, but I think at this point you want to make sure that keeping Io strong is going to be very detrimental to where she goes from this point forward. So this is pivotal, I think, in my point, because she'd only have the title about for about a month, and let's not pull another Sasha Banks and let her freaking lose as soon as she defends it. So you know we've already been through that.
I think it weakens her character if they do that.
Oh, I know. Why do you think Sasha Banks wasn't really that reputable? It's because every time she won the title, she'd lose her right on her first defense. It's like, where you
I mean,
building?
I can't say it. I'm not a Sasha fan, so
Well, I mean, well, I'm kind of in.
I'll leave that one on the
I
ground.
mean, I'm in the boat with you there. So,
So, but I mean, I agree because Sasha did become like very. Who gives a crap? Like you're gonna lose the belt. So
well, I mean,
I
it's not that though. I mean, I've seen the woman in house shows work where she doesn't even touch the fans or greet the fans when she was a face. Why? And this was like in 2016. That was before the COVID era. So why would you not high five your fans like everybody else does? I mean, God, you think this woman's a bigger germaphobe than Howie Mandel or something? I mean, for crying out loud. Um, I don't get it. Or she would just like dance and parade him and then get close to him, but not let them touch her. So it's like, the Bellas, theme song, you can look but you can't touch. That's pretty much what what it was.
look, but you can't touch. That was a dope entrance music.
If you are a fan favorite, you do not high five your fans, then you are not a fan favorite. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's just facts. So,
So then sticking with the women, let's go back to Raw. Raquel versus Ripley.
ooh.
Do you think that's finally gonna happen?
Yeah, that is, I mean, I see that as a possibility that it could happen. Absolutely with that. The so I haven't really paid too much attention. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to watch. I don't think I caught all of Raw this past last Monday, so I guess I'm gonna have to kind of pay attention to that.
They're really building it towards like because Raquel's knee got damaged by Ripley, all that kind of stuff. Because Liv, we don't fear you kind of stuff. She took out Liv. Like, there's all that build towards this, and I think it's about time. This match is gonna be awesome too. I think.
Yeah, I see a match being there, but I really see Rhea still hanging on to the title though.
Oh, facts,
Yeah,
100%. It's not time to take the belt off her by any means.
right.
Why did this not? There we go. It was showing LA Knight on my side still.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was showing Rhea and Raquel on mine. So,
So-
anyway, at least it's someone's playing tricks on me. Which I wouldn't. The way that my luck is run, I wouldn't doubt it. So, um, I mean, I think this would be a really good stellar match myself. As far as I mean, Raquel could definitely hold her own, but really, Rhea is just a total dominant force in the women's division. Period. Probably the dominant force in the women's division right now. At least that's the way that I see it. And as as far as being dominance, I mean, heck, um, let's just I still say that Rhea still needs to lead the Judgment Day. I know there's probably with Damien and Finn and everything else. Let's kind of talk about that for a minute with Damien and Finn. I mean, where do you see them in the mix here? Because
well,
because we see
and I'm going to
Kevin
show you.
and Sammy here on the poster. Who are they going to face? Are they going to be facing off against maybe Damien and Finn or?
This is where I would go with it.
I mean, I would think so too. It
Ready?
probably cause more dissension across that. Oh, there we go. Or Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor. Okay.
Don't even have Damian Priest. Don't even worry about Damian Priest being on the card. You don't even need to worry about it right now.
Oh, okay.
Damian's Damian. Like you don't. This is where the story gets told and how it gets told, and then you have Damian be there to like help him, right? You know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But JD McDonough is the one that actually helps him.
Right. Okay.
You don't have to have Damian on the card right now to be an asset. That it's about Finn right now,
Right. I got
and
you.
that's how I would play it out. Because I'm really liking that like trifecta, and I'm a big fan of JD McDonough. I'm a big fan of that dude, and the thought of him and Finn actually being together in some capacity on the main roster just has my like I am so ready for that, and because a lot of people don't know JD was trained by Finn.
Yes.
So there's history, there's storyline, there's so much there that they could play off of, and like history of that stuff, and Damian being his friend, whatnot, and now trying to go for the world title. There's that tension, and JD's the perfect catalyst for all that.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with the way JD's made his impact on Raw so far, and getting a chance to maybe even assist with Finn, and getting right into the mix. I mean, honestly, what was it? Was it this past week or the week before where he had that match with Sami Zayn? I mean, talk about a
I think
really
it was past
excellent
week.
match that they had. Holy cow!
Yeah, that was a great match. I was really nervous at first, like, yeah, you know, the draft happened and we hadn't seen JD. Like we saw him like a little bit here and there backstage, right? We saw little tidbits of it,
Right?
but we never really got anything about it. So I was like really afraid we were just not going to get anything of JD McDonough. Like I thought he was just going to be, all right, back to catering.
Right.
And I was getting nervous. And then when they started to bring him back, I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Like I think not JD. I think Judgment Day has hit like this peak with the 4. And I think the addition with JD potentially getting maybe in with the Judgment Day and then being the reason that it falls apart is perfect. Perfect way to dissolve that faction eventually. And I like the idea behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, whether or not that we like to see it, there is going to be dissension in the Judgment Day. There usually is a dissension with every faction that develops. You know, Bloodline, NWO, wherever else you go, even with DX, you know,
Four
or
Horsemen.
Horseman
Like,
dissension,
every faction had to have it.
Undisputed Era. I'm trying to think. Maybe I don't know. I had to think about that.
Actually, now you say that, I don't know.
I don't know if Undisputed Era had it or not, but no. But usually, a lot of the times, there will be friction in a friction in a faction. There you go. Friction in a faction.
You know what? I'm actually cool with that being a faction name.
The friction.
The friction in the faction.
Everybody looks at everybody else. What's your problem? Hey, Clem, what's going on, man? Good to see you. But no, I'm just kind of excited. I mean, this is going to be an exciting upcoming 2 weekends with everything. I mean, with major shows. I mean, we've got shows around the area here, but man, it's just wrestling is just really thriving. You don't know where you're going to put your, where you're going to tune in live at, and then where you're going to catch up at. Me, I kind of have no choice, but I'm glad that I'm going to ACW, and which, by the way, I mean, I don't know if I did it on my personal page, but you finally got the clearance from my rehab, so I am officially.
You rang that bell.
Yeah, I got to ring that bell.
Ding. I saw it. I liked it.
That's
I'm proud
right.
of you. Even though I posted on your wife's gift.
What about me?
It was supposed to be about you, and here I am telling your wife I'm proud of her.
Yeah. It's my accomplishment. Why are you proud of my wife? So I mean, I don't get it.
She puts up with you. She puts up with you. That's why I'm proud of
Oh
you.
my goodness, yeah. I know. I'm a handful, right? Absolutely. Oh my gosh. But no, we're man. Sorry that we didn't have a guest this past week, guys. I really don't know. Things happen. Oh, hopefully I'll get in contact back. It's kind of like something happens where you book something and you don't hear anything. I mean, it's happened with Tony Atlas when he was supposed to be back at SICW in this past August, and something happens. It happens. Um, so things happen. Hopefully things are okay. I and we'll just wait until we get contacted back on that. But we'll definitely make sure here because we still got a lineup of guests that are gonna be coming onto the show. Um, we've got plans here, and we're just looking forward to just whatever our next guest comes on. We're going to be pretty psyched, pretty stoked, and heck, we would have loved to have Jason on here because I know Jason
Oh,
was
fact.
he's been around for quite a bit, even getting experience in Major League Wrestling and the NWA. Oh my
I
God,
watched that match with him and Moose.
yeah. Oh my God, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, how could I
What?
almost forget about NWA? NWA 75 is next weekend too. Holy cow!
There's so much.
There's so
wrestling.
much. I mean, my God.
Where's that happening at? Where's 75 happening at?
At the Chase Park Plaza here in town in St. Louis,
That's what I
Missouri.
thought. It was down in St. Louis.
We're wrestling that
I
the
thought.
Chase all
Yep.
started, which I did get. I did get a chance to actually get downtown this past week too, by coincidence to there, and pretty cool. It's a really nice place, really classy place. Going to be the Coruscant ballroom, and yeah, man, I'm praying right now for this main event that's on the second night. Guys, God, think of that. Where am I going to be watching? Where am I going to be? I'm going to be busy Sunday just trying to get results. This is going to be Sunday's going to be huge because you got All In. Well, you know what? You should be able to keep track of it because, of course, All In happening over in London. So it's going to start during the day over here in the U.S. And then later that night, to the evening, we'll have night 2 of NWA 75, which I mean, why having 2 nights for NWA? I don't get it. But I can understand why 2 nights for WrestleMania, but why NWA? I'm just
Matt
saying.
Cardona versus to be announced.
Yeah, Matt Cardona's got an open challenge, but what about this? I don't think I'm rooting any harder than I've ever had before for EC3, just for the core fact of get that damn title off of Tyrus. Please. Tyrus is not really, I don't think he's been in the ring since April, bro. I don't think. He's not really defended that title. That title technically should have been stripped off of him. If we're doing
I
old
agree.
school NWA rules, that title should have been gone off of him.
I agree.
It's just Tyrus is 50. He's overweight. He's more of a mouthpiece. Punk is no longer on the roll. Let's just go. Let's get it out of here. Okay.
Shit, I forgot Homicide was there. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, Homicide is there too. So, and I think EC3 was the national heavyweight champion. And
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
that's
he
how it
had
was.
to relinquish his title just to even get a shot. So he better win that championship. That's all I gotta say.
I'm not seeing my dude Silas on there.
Yeah, the Throwbilly should be on that card somewhere. He should be. Should be.
Tim Storm, my dude.
Yeah, Tim Storm, of course.
There he is. He's in a triple threat match.
Tim Storm is?
For the No, not Tim Storm. So it's JR Kratos versus, I'm gonna mess this one up. Odison
Uh-huh.
versus Thrillbilly for the NWA Nationals Heavyweight Champion.
Okay.
For the vacant title.
Yes.
So if Silas doesn't win, I'm gonna be pissed. And I'm gonna text him. Actually, I'm gonna text him right now. Be like, dude, you need to win.
Well, Tim Storm is actually in the match.
Yeah, Tim Storm is. I thought he retired.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I'm trying to see the entire card. So, it just saw, and then then they're gonna go pack up and go right down to Nashville the next night and do TV tapings. So Kerry Morton versus Colby Carino. That ought to be interesting for the junior heavyweight championship.
Correct. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh! And Talos and Daisy in the tag match too. Which I've actually reached out to Talos too to see if he's interested in maybe coming on here. Which we get him on here, that'd
That'd
be
be sick.
pretty cool.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Give me some Camille.
Yeah. Violent J is scheduled to make an appearance. Okay, great. Okay. That's funny that the tag team name is the same as LA Knight's finisher, Blunt Force Trauma. I think that's kind of funny. To me, it is.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I know we're talking about NWA now, but the Blunt Force Trauma from LA Knight. Is it me or does that he make that move look sick? Like,
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Like,
No, it's a sick looking move the way he does it. So
yeah, because other guys have done that move in the past. John Moxley was one of them, as Dean Ambrose was doing it for a while,
right.
and it didn't fit with him. But holy cow, with LA, how he does it, because he's boom, flat on his face, I'm like, holy cow!
Oh no, yeah, no, he does the move very well.
Love that move.
Yeah, he does the move very, very well. So,
the Fixers, Jay Bradley and Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, so
that'd be a good one.
Like I said, I don't know where. Like I said, Sunday I'm just going to be totally busy trying to put my nose in wrestling, and hopefully I'm going to have my show ready to go by Friday this week, because I'm going to be busy Saturday going down to ACW in Imperial, Missouri, and then Sunday I'd like to kind of take it easy a little bit, but it's like now I gotta find a way to watch all this wrestling, so it's crazy. Hey Tyler, what's going on, buddy?
Late like usually. He's like, sorry I'm late tonight. I'm going. Yeah, I know. You'll go back and watch it, and then we'll hear all about it and be like, oh, that was such a good episode.
Well, he better say it's a good episode. If not, no.
And my hair is pretty cool.
That's right. That's right. Start Dawn in the Purple.
Dawn in the Purple.
Yeah. I shaved yesterday. I got more of my chrome showing.
You're bold.
Yeah, you like that? You got that turtle wax shine there, buddy, without needing the wax. How's that?
I'm trying to figure out how to get tickets to NWA. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting here. Because there's a few people I know that's on that card, so it would have been nice to at least get down.
Dude, ticket prices are not bad.
Yeah, they're not.
$30.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's usually like $30 for that. So, yeah.
I wonder if I can convince my wife to
Yeah, but then there'll be yeah, I know. All I know is let's see. Let's see Tyrus lose that NWA championship. Let's see that happen. So
that would make me happy too. Although I really like watching him on the one show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every once in a while I tune into Fox and listen to.
Yeah. Not we don't have the same we don't have the exact same taste, which is great. I think. But either way,
I've never been a fan of his.
I'm just not a fan of his ring work. That's all I am.
Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah.
The dude has a great mind, though. I like listening to him.
Yeah, just not a really big fan of his ring work.
I agree.
That's like, oh, dude, somebody's talking smack.
What?
Look,
I don't know.
But
Wait. Oh, let me play like somebody else. I don't know who Zach is. I'm Zmiz.
oh yeah. Yeah, who's this Dave guy? I have no idea. Who's this Dave guy? What the hell?
Uh,
That guy's nuts. He's not my brother.
Dude,
He's my
I'm not gonna
fictional
lie.
friend.
I might try to convince my wife to let me go down
Yeah, but
to
that'd be pretty
NWA.
cool. That'd be pretty cool. So,
I'm not not gonna fib.
and if you do, let me know. So I'm gonna have to might have to delay the show. Yeah. Oh my god, that's that is awesome.
Oh, Tyler. You're such a
Oh
good
my
friend.
god, didn't mean to use government names. There you go.
Oh, Tyler. What are we gonna do with you, man?
Oh no, we're fine. We're fine, man. It's all good. Um, shoot, and like I said, I mean, we didn't realize how much wrestling was coming up. Oh my gosh, next weekend is going to be crazy.
It's not just that. There's so much of it.
There is
You can't keep track of everything.
absolutely. Um, gosh, I don't know. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to put it on tender because I know that we've got other people that are wanting to come on, but if something comes up for NWA 75, why not? I mean, I just I sure like to find a way to at least, either they really need really NWA 75 people need to go see if they haven't already, or at least if they haven't got your tickets. I know there are tickets available, so
There are currently, like, I was just literally looking at Ticketmaster. I not playing. Like, there is tickets available right there. Like, so
let's just say because I had to go in tonight too. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at those. Yeah. Oh yeah, everything's $30. So
yeah, I'm not.
hey, I don't like this. Where is the
When's the door open?
where's the entrance? This is a horrible graph. What is this garbage? They usually tell you where like the ramp entrance and uh where do you go? Well, let's see. Are you serious? There's there are like okay, so right now there is there's 7 sections right now. And between all the sections, there is literally like 97 tickets available for Sunday night.
And that's it.
That's it. But you're like 97, that's quite a bit. Dude, you don't know how much the Corazon Ballroom could fit for a crowd. Let's just say here, okay. So, all right, let me go ahead and just count here because I can count real quick usually. 10. Okay, so there's all right, so there's okay. So there's like 560 seats, I think. Um around this around this. And let's see, let's go back. Yeah, so there's 560 seats, I think. Let me see on this one. Oh, no, hold on. Let's see, sorry. This is 16. Yeah, so 560 seats and there's 97 available for night one for night two. Now night one, let's get this. And I know I'm kind of tattling on here, so let's one is 15. I think we're trying to add. So there's 86 tickets available for Saturday, and that's according to Ticketmaster. So there's more tickets available on Sunday night than there is Saturday night. So, so they've had close to about 500 sold for each one. So, and they still got a week to go. So hopefully, um, It's either that or you can save $5 by staying at home and watching it for $24.99. So on Fight TV. So I guess it's your preference and what you want to do. My
I'm a
gosh.
stay-at-home body though. I might order it though.
Look
I might.
at this. Tyler's trying to post the Attila Gary match from last night. It's taking forever to load. Wow. You gotta stop using cellular data, or else that's gonna be slower, brother. It could be. So I guess we're kind of undetermined what we're gonna have for next week, man. Because if you go, hey, more power to you. And like, so we may.
I'm not saying I'm going for both nights.
Yeah.
If I would go, I would just go Saturday night probably.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I'd want to be here with you for Sunday, and also Matt Cardona and the Thrillbilly, like that's two of my favorite guys. So.
Yeah. If you go hunt down Thrillbilly, be like, hey, bro, remember me? He'll probably say no because he's probably drinking. But
he was half past shade.
Like, oh yeah, the tall guy.
3 shades different colors.
Yeah. No, but no. Yeah, but it'd be kind of cool just to get him. Tyler's getting upset. Oh, hey, brother, I understand. I've been there. Oh,
whoa!
Hey, now.
Tyler.
Tyler's being.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Tyler's getting a little grumpy for his slow internet. So.
Yeah, what? Just because you're using your cellular data, don't take it out on Matt Cardona. Whoa. Whoa.
Tyler, in all love.
Silence!
Love you, so I'm not getting upset. Stop it. Perfect. Oh,
Tell
shoot.
Aubrey Hebner to stop it first.
Oh, he thought it was the hashtag. No, we're not doing that. I don't think we had a hashtag of the week, but we can go back and watch this week's episode. You will be thoroughly entertained, trust me. So,
that or mad at us, one of the two.
and spoiler alert: we didn't have a guest, so there you go.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Well, Z, I think we've done enough. We've done enough talking here. We've been talking here over 2 hours. Like I said, next week it's going to be big. Tomorrow's going to be big for me too. I got a kid starting high school tomorrow, and I got to be up butt early. I'm waking up at 5:45.
Man, I got 4 kids to get off to school. 4 kids.
4. Well, how many's in high school for you?
Well, I don't have any in high school, but I got my son in junior high, and then my youngest son just started kindergarten this year.
Yeah.
And then my 2 girls are Evelyn's 4th grade and Mia is 2nd grade.
Oh my goodness.
So Chase is a 7th grader in junior high, which god dang.
Treasure the 2 years you're gonna have not waking up so early to get them off to school because
bro, they get themselves up for the most part. Like no.
Oh.
Alarm clock, set the alarm clock. Especially him, Chase. I got to give him a new alarm clock. I think his alarm clock went bad. But last year, I have to give it to my son. I am so proud of my boy. That kid is amazing. Even when he fumbles, I have to redirect him, but he fumbles. But last year, for the most part, that boy got up, and God forbid my wife not let him sleep in, but he would. He'd get up on his own with his alarm clock and get himself to the bus stop, and we wouldn't, he'd just open the door to the bedroom and be like, I'm going to the bus. And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Got him! Got him!
That's what she did. Probably sometime this year, you should wake all your kids up on a Saturday. Like, oh my God, you guys are late.
So one night before we leave, funny story. This actually happened, but it was late at night. Chase passed out at 6 in the evening, right?
Right.
So he wakes up to go pee. He's already in freak mode, right? He's like, I got school. It's 6. And I'm like, dude, you missed the bus already. And I started just going. And he's like, no. He opens the front door and he's like, it's dark outside. And I'm like, yeah, buddy. Cause it's like 3 a.m. That's it. And he's like, why did you do that to me? And he just went back to his room, threw his book bag down, left his shoes, his shirt, his clothes on, and just fell back to sleep.
Oh my God.
That's my Chase story. Love that boy.
That's
He's awesome.
funny. Oh man. That is funny, dude. I'm sorry. No, I probably would have done the same thing. Like, oh my God. You sometimes you do have to play with the minds of your kids, though. That's funny. It's funny as all get out. So,
Oh, he's a trooper, man. I'm proud of all my kids, but Chase has been wowing dad here lately.
there you go. There you go, man. Sure. No, but that's excellent. So it's gonna be interesting what kind of week I'm gonna have here. So, but I'm off to an early morning, and even though it's right now 11:14 p.m. Central Time and 85 degrees, good Lord. That's all I gotta say. Good Lord. Good Lord, Tyler. I hope not. You know,
And I advise you to keep it that way.
at least not at
I love my kids, but like, just keep it that way.
yeah,
It's easier. For now, at least.
right. Oh, I thought I had another one here. Maybe not. Let's see. No, I thought I had another sound bit in here, but no, I don't. Anyway, yep. That's my stuffed animal my mom got me. Count. I don't know. Did
I wasn't in a.
who gave birth to the stuffed animal? That's what I want to know. Oh, we're getting stupid.
What's up, PDP?
Oh my God. Holy cow. Wow. All right. That is going to do it for me and for the Gem City Mouse and Miz. We thank everybody who's tuned in here tonight to episode number 113 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Have a good week, guys, especially most of you. You got a lot of kids going back to school. And, what was that, Tony Atlas?
No, it's Omos.
Oh, Omos, right. And put the
Missed my
face up
dude.
there again.
Now you said that's kind of look like Tony Ellis.
That does look like Tony Atlas. It looks like a cross between Tony Atlas and MVP. That does not look like Omos. That is crazy. And he's too short. Anyway, we're gonna get off here from from online here, guys. We do thank you very much for joining here with us. Make sure you're tuning in next week because we're going to have a lot of wrestling updates here for you from around the area and from NWA 75 and probably All In. So we're going to be tagging in on that. So we thank you very much for joining us. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week, and we'll see you here next Sunday here at 9 p.m. Central. Have a good week, guys. Thanks again for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Don't forget our friends at the following: Outside the Ring STL, the Searcher and Hide podcast, and We Talk Wrestling. The Falls Count Everywhere podcast is an LTX Enterprises production.